back what we didn't sell.
I see, nice.
So it's difficult to find the first brand. So when you start a business, you need always to have a first proof that it's going to work. But for us, we took 6 months to find the first brand to say yes to us, because we were no one, no one knew us, and we didn't have any track record or anything. So that was a bit tough at the beginning to really, we met a lot of brands, a lot of people, but no one wanted to do business with us. They were saying, no, you don't have any track record, so we don't. But I have a lot of budget, so you can pay big salaries, so you're not very competitive in the market. So it took us some time, but we found two core team members at the beginning, one French and one from Hong Kong, Sudan. And we did everything, 4 of us, we did everything together. Now we are a team, because we have not only Hong Kong, we do in different markets in Asia. So now we are around 200 people in the company.
Wow.
Because we have a lot of people working as well on the shops. We do some events when we need to hire sometimes like 150 people to help to unpack the box and to do all the setup and dismantle work. So because we receive a lot of stock. Sometimes we can receive up to like 40,000 pieces in 1 week. So that's
Wow.
yeah, it's true.
Where do you find the space?
we have a warehouse in There is another video we can show where we see the. It's the video is from someone from Australia. So she's Nawel, her name, and she's explaining a day in her life. So you can see the very nice landscape of Sydney.
Opera
She
house.
takes the ferry to go to work, so that's why we see
Wow.
the commute. Each country they have their own culture. So we are in Korea, so Korea is very different from Thailand or from Australia or even from mainland China. So for me, the big learning that I have is that you cannot do business in a market if you don't understand the culture. Yeah, but some people they think they can just copy and paste everywhere their business, while understanding the people, the mindset, the habits of doing business, which is very different from one place to another, is super important before starting a business. So that's why we take a lot of time to study more the different culture and business habits before launching just the business. And so now we are in 8 markets in total. From the last one that we opened is Dubai, so Middle East. And Dubai is very different from Asia as well, so it's a very different type of negotiating. People are reacting differently, so that's why that's super important.
So, what made you choose your first market to expand on? Like, why did you choose one place over another? Like, let's say you said Dubai last. What made you choose a different place first? Is it because of your team, or maybe you had better understanding of the market? Could you tell everyone more about that?
The first market we started after Hong Kong was Singapore, and because the brand they had some stock there, so they asked us to go to Singapore. So it's more coming from the brand that we partner with. I said, okay, I have some stock here and some stock here. Can you help me to sell the stock? So then we went to market after markets, with markets more difficult than others. Korea is very difficult. But yeah, that's more coming from the partner.
Does anyone else have questions about expansion of business or?
Oh, excuse me, can I ask some question?
Yeah.
When you started this, how you communicate or how can you acquire
Customer?
customers?
Yeah.
No, the one who are sending you the products.
Yeah. The brands.
Brands,
The
yeah.
brands.
It's the same.
But it's difficult. It's the first brand. We took 6 months to convince the first brand.
Yeah, because it's difficult to convince them to
To give
like
the stock, yeah.
the stocks and also the negotiations about the payment.
OnTheList is known already. So if any possibility that you're going to market your products,
In the Philippines?
yeah, in the Philippines,
We did some study.
Mhm.
So it's a bit more difficult to work with distribution group, big distribution. But I do believe it's not impossible. So we are doing some market study at the moment to see the feasibility of the business in the Philippines. But business-wise, I'm not sure it's very easy to operate
regular, right? So you can do like study some feasibility first.
Feasibility
And
studies
then,
is the
yeah.
first.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
You have to go on the website, OnTheList.com, and you can register with your email and your phone number. And after you receive the email invitation, or you can download the app. We have the app, and then you can see all the different sales that are. Maybe you want to project the website?
Let's open it.
I just
registered.
registered.
I got one more. In your team.
So that's the most difficult part, and you always have people coming, leaving. So you need to spend a lot of time to retain the person and to motivate them and to attract the good talents. So now we have every market we have a director. So we have a team of 6 directors, and then we have so they manage their team below, and we try to do a lot of team activities to bring them together. So we do some lunch. So we do a lot of lunch together. We celebrate a lot. A very crazy name. We couldn't find a name. And what is difficult is that when you have the name of your business, but then you need to buy the website. And all the names that you can find, the .com or were already taken. And so if you want to have a website, then you need to buy very expensive. Because there are some people, the business of some people, they buy all the .com, all the everything, and you need to pay them to get them. So we couldn't find the name. So it took us a long time. And in fact, it's the brother of Diego that found the name one day. He said, "Oh, you should." And the OnTheList.com was already taken. And at the beginning, we were thinking of doing the business only in Hong Kong, so we were buying the OnTheList.hk. But after we expanded in different markets, so we had to buy back the OnTheList.com for the website. And the color, we wanted to be very neutral and kind of luxury, so we say black and white, so it's kind of a good color. But all this phase of the very beginning of the business is very exciting because you have to think of everything, like the logo as well, the branding, and so that's. And I'm not too much a creative person, so it's a bit difficult at the beginning. If you don't refund me the product, you're going to be to the court, and you can go to jail and everything. And it's interesting because people, when they have the computer and they write to you, they can be very aggressive and very angry. But all the time I call them and say, "Can we meet face to face for coffee?" And then they become very calm and very nice.
Because coffee is perfect for friend. This is a friendly.
Right. No, but it's to meet again, to meet face to face.
Yeah.
Because when they have the computer, they are very they can say very.
Yeah.
So that's.
It's better to meet in person.
Right.
Yeah.
So the best way to calm down those aggressive customers
Yeah.
is just to meet them
To
face to
discuss,
face.
and to communicate.
Yeah, discuss in person.
In person.
Yeah.
So as an entrepreneur, how can you give us some advice how to deal with that kind of customer? For example, some of us who want to have a plan for business.
How to deal with
Yes,
them.
some advice how to deal
Well,
with
but it's always, I think, it's always to meet and to ask them feedback, because in fact your customer are the best one to give you a feedback about your business. So it's always discussing and trying to calm them down and
some advice for us. Just meet them face
yeah,
to
sure.
face.
Like sometimes, like the first event that we've done was quite successful, so we are very happy. But the second one, we opened the door and there was no one, like no customer, no one came for like 5 days. So then you're like, oh my god, I'm going to continue or not. I think it's important to mitigate the risk and to always think of the worst case scenario. And then if you still can earn a bit of money and sustain, then it means that you can continue to develop the business. I would say you need to, for me the advice I would say that you need to stop when it's not being profitable, because then it's a big risk financially. But then after, I think with hard work and perseverance, if it's profitable, then it means that
You need to
it should continue.
Mhm.
People that are very 360 and that can do everything. So people that are too narrow-minded as well cannot work. They better work in big companies than in small startups.
Thank you.
And after, I will be interested to know who has a business, who wants to launch the business, and all this stuff.
You do background checking, is it?
Question over here.
Background, yeah,
Yeah,
background
background
checking.
checking.
Yeah.
It's a very
Very important.
Speak up for the class.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. All of us here are, interested to put up a business. That's why we're all here.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, how do you motivate yourself as a businesswoman along the way, and how did you cope up those challenges, and what motivates you?
It's hard to be always motivating because 10 years it's long. But I feel very lucky to do that with my husband because we are two, so we can really exchange and discuss, and even though we fight a lot about business. But we kind of align. It's easier to talk with him than with someone, a co-founder that is not a friend or someone else. And sometimes you need to accept that there are moments where you are not motivated and you need to do something else. We try to step back sometimes from the daily operation and to have some thinking and to have new ideas and everything.
They already bought a lot of things at one sale. How do you get them to come back to the future sales and future events for your company?
That's the work that we are doing on the customer base. We try to acquire new customer all the time. And when you have new people, then you have people coming again. It's true that in fact customers, they don't come for the same brand because we do the same brand every 6 months. Let's say if today we have Sabo, we will do again 6 months, and so because the brand, they need to sell the product every 6 months because of the seasons, like spring, summer, and fall, winter. So we try to have each time we try to have a new product, and we try to push the discount as much as possible as well. But it's true that the customer, they will not buy the same item all the time. So we need to find new customer always. In Hong Kong now, we have around 500,000 people in the database, 500,000. They are not all active. Active is around 50%. Active, when we say active customer, is one customer that shop the product. So they are afraid of losing the face. So they don't. They are very shy into talking and asking questions. So I would say you have the same word as on the list, positive. And beautiful. Energetic.
Yeah. Thank you.
Positive.
Everyone, give a round of
Thank you so
applause.
much.